Welcome back to Cosmic Kickback, the galaxy's favorite talk show. We're doing movies, and we're reviewing a movie today. My name is Josh. With me, as always, is my co-host Nick.
Hello.
And we have a guest on today's episode.
Yes, we do. Speak.
Make yourself known.
Yo, it's your boy John coming back again.
We got our Navy SEAL back.
Oh,
dude, that episode was so funny, bro. That was probably the biggest clickbait episode we've done, bro.
If you look back if you guys don't know, on the YouTube channel and even on the audios,
maybe a year
the
ago.
YouTube one's funny because there's a thumbnail with it.
Yeah, I went hard.
And if you go look back, we have an episode titled like interviewing a former Navy SEAL, and it's such a clickbait thing because it's
literally like a silhouette of Captain Price from like a Call of Duty cover, and I put him, and I was like,
you put like a question mark.
Yeah, and then I put like the United States and the Navy like whatever insignias. Shit, I went kind of hard.
I
bro.
remember Jaden told me when he saw that, like when we first dropped it, he was like, "Yo, what?" And he got hype because he's like, "Damn, that's sick!" And he clicked on it. He's like, "Oh, it's John."
Damn.
Oh,
that's how I beat Jaden. All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but anyway, we're talking about Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, which came out maybe like 2 weeks ago.
No, it's been opening weekend was last week.
No way.
It came out very recently.
Really? I swear this thing's been out at least 2 weeks.
Let me double check.
Yeah, Nick, you gonna have to check your facts, bro.
Let me check the facts.
Dude's a host of the podcast.
I mean, I don't know when this came out. I just knew it was out. And
I just know you guys recently saw it. You guys saw it, what, yesterday? Or 2 days ago?
2 days, 2 or 3. Oh, it came out on the 9th. Yeah, you're right, dude.
Yeah, this motherfucker's been out for like, damn, that's almost 3 weeks.
Dude.
Yeah, we saw it last week, right?
Yeah, we did. We saw it very recently. But dude, I didn't know it was out that early. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of stuff has just been released.
There's been a lot this month. But anyway, this is fresh in your guys' mind.
Yeah.
We got John on because John's the Transformers expert on here.
He's filling in for Jaden.
Yeah, he's filling in for Jaden. Jaden was our previous Transformers expert. Anyway, do you guys want to do a little bit of non-spoilers, like just because it's still fresh?
Let's do since there's 3 of us, let's do non-spoilers. We'll just kind of give like a minute or two of what we generally thought.
Okay,
what we liked.
I'm cool with that.
And then we'll get into like the I guess the full spoilers and stuff.
Okay.
You know, there actually is some spoilers in this.
Yeah, there are things that can't be spoiled in this.
Okay, so we're gonna do non-spoilers. I mean, off the rip, this is a non-Michael Bay directed Transformers movies. Just like Bumblebee, so it's cool when it's a new director because it's like it's a different vision, different style than what we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this movie. I thought the variety of Transformers was really cool, and I didn't think that we've seen this many in a movie probably since like the second or third Transformers movie that came out. And I thought it was great. I thought the human actors or the people that played the humans were really good, and I thought the voice cast was pretty strong. What do you guys think?
Honestly, I'm surprised at the casting. You know, I didn't expect like people from like other movies to like from pretty good movies to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
I like how this cast, like for the humans, you know, this one wasn't a bad cast because, you know, over the time they've been changing like the actors and actresses and all that.
Yeah.
Some of them weren't that good, but I would say this one.
The voice cast or the people?
The people.
Okay.
Yeah. Voice cast, honestly, yeah, that surprised me. It did.
Okay.
You know, the CGI, I liked it this time. It was pretty good CGI. I like how the setting was. You know, I noticed one thing is that like throughout the other Transformers movies is that the time, like the year it's in, they're like all over the place. But you know, they've been doing a pretty good job with kind of getting as accurate to the year it was. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one takes place in the 90s, and I think. The soundtrack, I mean, there's something about a good soundtrack to a movie, man. It lets people know, the audience, like when this is set and stuff. And
I agree.
I think that the songs in this, you have some Biggie songs, some Tupac.
They had some pretty good ones.
Like Crisscross, maybe. I don't know. It's a lot of like it's early 90s, but I thought that was done really well.
I agree. Let me see. What can I say on this? Yeah, this takes place after Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Solo one, because Bumblebee took place in the 80s.
Specifically, this isn't really spoilers, but it's 7 years because Bumblebee was 87, 88, and this is 94.
Okay, yeah. So this is technically, I guess it still takes place within the Michael Bay Transformers ones. It just takes place years before. You can also be considered a soft reboot.
Yeah.
it has okay. So this isn't a spoiler. Anything that's in the trailers don't count as spoilers.
Yeah.
So we got the Maximals in this. It's, I guess just animal transformers. You know.
Yeah.
We got what's the dude? Optimus Primal, Gorilla.
Gorilla.
We got what's it called? Like Air Razor.
Air Razor.
Air
Yeah.
Air Razor, like Eagle.
Yep.
Cheetor.
Yeah.
I
Cheetah?
thought that was a.
I thought the
Come on,
name.
bro.
I thought the name was funny.
When I
as
was
hell.
watching the movie, they were like, "This is Cheetah."
When they said Cheetor or whatever it is, I fucking busted out laughing.
I mean, that might be his actual name, and apparently there's a whole fan base
yeah,
of the
I thought it
animated
was so
series.
funny.
I
Yeah.
forgot the rhino's name.
the rhino.
Rhinoceros. I thought
Reiner.
I swear it was.
Reiner.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
you're
it was.
probably right. Rhino.
Is that all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only like 4 or 5 maximals.
Okay.
In this.
And then the Transformers we get are Optimus Prime, obviously.
Dude, Peter
Mirage.
Cullen, bro.
Oh,
Mirage.
He's
yeah.
80 years
Yeah.
old, and he's been
Damn.
the voice of Optimus. Like, to me, he's like
It's kind of like the Darth Vader kind of thing because he's been going at it for like a long time.
yeah, for
You know.
sure.
Yeah, he's iconic with the voice. So he's back. He's locked in. Mirage is in this. Pete Davidson voices him.
Yeah, I thought
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh is Air Razor.
Mhm.
Peter Dinklage is
Scourge.
Scourge. Yeah, that's
so
right.
these aren't Decepticons. They are what are they?
They're called, like,
Terracon.
Terracons.
Terracons.
Okay, so I mean same thing.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it.
They're
real.
just like different, I guess, like species. Or,
And did they name the other two that are with him? I don't even remember what
They
their
do
names
have
are.
names. It's on the casting though. I forgot them, but you have to look
I
at
can
the casting.
I can look it up real
It
quick.
doesn't really matter. I'm just like giving some more information.
You also have
Stratosphere.
You also have one like their this one called Unicron.
Yeah. So, oh man. Okay. Let's see. I think the visual effects are great in this. Actually,
I think
Like-
we've gotten to a point where they look clean in movies.
Yeah, I think the visual effects in every Transformers movie. Actually, I don't think there's ever been one that I think looks bad. They just have it down. Like I think even like the OG ones from like 2007.
Yeah.
Like they look really good even for today's standards. This one's no different. Transformers look great.
Transforming is transforming.
Yeah, they do transform on screen. I remember, I don't know which one of them it was, but they got kind of lazy with it and they just had them like transform off screen, or like there's just some weird like effect where they just turn into the next thing. I don't know. But this one you see them transform multiple times. It looks pretty good. Besides visual effects, I think the human characters in this one, what did you guys think of them?
I liked Noah, the character that we first meet. I felt like he was really relatable. Like he was just like an everyday dude that was kind of just thrown into this, and you could see he has like good intentions, and he has like an emotional kind of like arc that I actually really liked in the story, and it really clicked for me. And I feel like when you're writing the human characters into the Transformers movie, you can't have them just be like 2-dimensional characters.
Yeah.
And I never felt like they were boring.
Okay.
I liked him.
How about you, John?
I'd say I'd go with like Noah. Yeah, it was like either like the new cast. He was pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're solid. Good things all around. I think I could say more in spoilers.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see, what else can we talk about? I mean, I'm not going to spoil the plot, but I mean, I don't really need to because it's pretty much the same plot of any other Transformers movies.
There's always a thing.
There's a thing that they need to go get.
We need the thing to do the thing.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's they got to go get something.
We must stop the thing.
Yeah, it's like the same plot. It's nothing crazy in terms of plot. It's it's the same as a lot of the other ones, but
There's always a big battle at the end.
yeah, I mean, but
For
that's
sure.
expected. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same plot in terms of they got to find a thing, then they go find the thing, then they get the thing. Yeah.
There are a lot of like cool surprises in this movie.
I love
Honestly, like out of all of the other movies where they had like surprises, with Optimus, like in the past movies, it's only been like Optimus who gets like the I guess it's his biggest moments in the movie, But this one was a completely different one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just try to spoil it, but
Yeah, this movie does do some like pretty interesting things. Like while the overall story isn't, personally in my opinion, anything like reimagined like a new Transformers movie, it still is pretty cool, and I think it does some things that I thought were actually pretty interesting to see on screen.
I like the designs of them. I think Optimus looks good.
Totally.
I like Bumblebee's look. I like all their looks. I don't think any of
Yeah.
them don't look good.
It seems very like anime accurate more.
That's
like
like
they
his-
seem more boxy and
yeah, that's just like his original design.
cartoony.
He looks. Yeah, I like how he's more like the cartoon, like the OG. It's not like the reimagined look in the Michael Bay ones was kind of cool, but there's just something about the classic. It just looks
Wouldn't
so
that
good.
also be based off like how the trucks were also back then as well, like how the vehicles designed?
We're
I mean,
very
yeah,
boxy,
partially,
I
yeah,
guess.
they're very boxy.
I suppose so. Yeah.
But yeah, I like the designs. Is there anything else, or do you want to just get into spoilers?
I mean, yeah, I love the Transformers. I thought the ones we spent time with definitely had personality, but
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get more into spoilers. I wish we had some more of that.
There's not much we can say on this without getting into the actual nitty gritty of the plot. So yeah, I think it's worth the watch, especially if you're a fan of
Absolutely.
Transformers. I would say, yeah, go see it and then come and see the spoiler review, or yeah,
Real fun.
or if you don't care, just keep listening.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
It's spoiler time.
Okay.
Dude, all right, so let's get into the thing. So I like the opening of this movie. It opens up with, we learn about like the Maximals and there's like Optimus Prime and stuff. I always love the openings of this movie. And pretty much, what is it called? Like the Omnicron?
Unicron.
The Unicron. It's like
Yeah.
it's literally the Transformer equivalent of the Death Star. It eats planets and
It's like a
becomes
big ass
stronger.
like robot, bro.
It's like Galactus from like the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four movies. Kind of
Exactly.
thing.
So that happens.
wasn't Unicron in one of the later ones also? Like Unicron was Earth or some shit.
Yeah.
Like that
was
was
it?
like the plot of one of the later Transformer movies.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I never saw that one. I just know that was the plot.
for the Michael Bay one?
Yeah, one of the Michael. I don't even know if he directed this one, but it was like the one of the ones with Mark Wahlberg in it.
I
didn't see it.
I
I
didn't
just know that
see-
was the plot.
maybe The Last Night or something.
I don't remember.
last-
bro. I ain't see it.
No, I'm trying to remember.
It
that
makes
one.
no difference. I just know that
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened. I don't know if that causes any issues. If this is a different universe or what. I don't really care.
It definitely mentioned like a lot. Like it definitely hinted at like a lot of different other types of Transformers. Like not just the Decepticons, but like I definitely think they were hinting like at like Terracons or something.
Yeah.
Well, I liked the intro, like you said, Nick. I liked how we start off on the Maximals planet, and we see Unicron like just dick the planet down real quick, and we see it's his name's not. We have Optimus Primal,
Yeah.
but then the other one, his dad is like Ape something.
Ape Man.
It's Ape something. I don't
Monkey.
remember what it. Yeah, he
Yeah.
looks just like him. That dude gets shit on by Scourge.
Yeah.
And Scourge is Peter Dinklage. I think he does a good
Yeah.
job.
Dude, I didn't know that till after. And I was
Yeah.
like, bro, that's when you know the voice acting is good, is when they become something else and they really give a good performance.
What I will say is a lot of times when movies use like celebrities for voice casting or for voice acting, a lot of times it's usually not as good because a lot of times like they're used to like actual acting that's different when you're in the booth.
Yeah.
But I think everyone in here, like Michelle Yeoh, like Pete Davidson, I think they all go pretty hard. Like
Yeah.
they're all like pretty good at the voice acting.
performances.
Liza Koshy is in this.
she was RC.
Yeah, I was like
yeah,
the
that's right.
old YouTuber. I was like, oh damn, what the hell?
Yeah,
I would have never guessed. I
No.
thought it was Aquafina actually.
Yeah,
I literally said that to them in the
Theaters.
theater. I was like, that's Aquafina.
I thought it was her too, and I was
then
like,
he shut
oh.
me down, and I was like, no, it can't be. And I was like,
I figured
we'll see.
if you threw Michelle Yeoh in there, like you would throw in Aquafina too. But
Yeah.
it was. I was hoping it was her.
But I mean, anyway, the voice acting's fine. I don't think there's any issues there.
Totally.
Plot wise, the plot is
It's literally the first Transformers.
pretty much, yeah, we're on Earth. They need a key, but then the key's split in two, so you got to go find the other half of the key.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and what it does is it activates this like big it literally signals for the planet to come. And
Unicron,
they can,
yeah.
they can like
Yep.
eat the planet, but the Transformers want it so they can use it to get home.
They can use it to get back to Cybertron.
Yep,
Yeah.
and right off the bat, like when I guess the father of Optimus Primal took the fall, they all went into hiding basically. They all separated.
They just like laid low.
Yeah,
I don't know for how many years. I guess they said like 8 or 7 long years, or was it?
No, ain't no way. They've been here way longer. There's like the artifact that has the Maximal logo on it.
oh yeah,
I'm
for
sorry.
Airazor.
I was talking about the Autobots.
Oh, I don't know how long
Oh.
the Autobot. I mean, at least since Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know how long it's been.
I think Bumblebee was the first one to land on Earth, and then
Yeah.
they came
Okay.
after.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Maximals were in hiding for a very long time, and then we switch over to Noah's perspective from the human side. He's this dude who's struggling to get a job. His brother is sick, and he ends up jacking a car.
yeah.
that ends up to be
hangs out with the
Mirage.
wrong crowd just so he can get some money in
Yeah.
to help his brother.
But yeah, he breaks into a car. It turns out to be Mirage, who is a really cool, great Porsche.
who was played by Pete Davidson.
Yeah, I thought he was good in this, dude.
He definitely added like a lot of like when it comes to comedy, he was definitely like the main one throwing it out there.
Yeah, for sure. He was definitely given the like how Jazz in the first movie was like the funny one. Like that was what I got. But
damn, they did Jazz dirty in that movie.
he got fucking killed. I'm actually surprised at the kills that were in this movie too, because there was a couple good deaths in this. But back to Noah, pretty much he steals Mirage, or he carjacks him, and there's like a really cool chase sequence that happens. And I don't know if all the other Transformers can do this or just Mirage. Probably just Mirage.
No, just Mirage.
But he's able to like clone himself and like kind of like use that to his advantage whenever he's trying to get away from something or battle. It's really cool.
He can also like throw like if someone were in the car, he could also like throw like an image of whoever that person is, like how they did with Noah.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
like, he also it's fun. It's also cool because he gave them like personalities too. Like like you didn't expect like Noah to like flick anyone off, but it was like just
it was like what the hell? I thought that was so cool. But Mirage takes him to like a warehouse, and he's like, listen, don't freak out. He's like, I'm a robot like from space. And
you hear Optimus Prime on like the radio too. It's like,
oh yeah, he's like some guy was on the radio like calling all Autobots. I thought that part was funny, but. Optimus Prime and the gang, they all meet up with Mirage, and they're like, oh shit, like this human found us out, like we gotta kill him. But Mirage, I almost said Pete Davidson.
Honestly, like Bumblebee was also like the only one who was pretty neutral with him. Like he literally said that he has like he's friends with humans. So, but everyone else is like against getting humans involved.
Yeah, I felt like this one was interesting because I feel like the Transformers movies of the past I've seen, Bumblebee has always kind of been the one that connects with the humans. He was Sam's Transformer, and then in Bumblebee, of course, he had his own human. I forgot her name, but
I forgot the character's name, but I know it was Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because it seems like Bumblebee kind of took a backseat in this one. And of course, I still felt him and Prime's relationship, but it seems like RC was kind of the one, since he had that connection with the human, that we got to spend the most time with him.
This motherfucker cool. Bumblebee got lit up.
Yeah.
Dude, yes. Bumblebee dies in this movie.
Dude, I was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that either.
I mean, the moment it happened, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, I know Bumblebee shows up later on, so I'm guessing he's going to come back somehow. I just didn't know how they were going to do it.
Yeah.
He's barely in it, actually, because he dies like in the first fight that they have.
Yeah. They go to a museum where this girl is, her name's Dom. And
so she's the other lead.
Actress.
Yeah. She's like an archaeologist assistant. And she finds this weird symbol of the Maximals, and she like stays late after work and starts trying to analyze this thing. And what she finds in this is like an owl statue.
It's Airazor.
Yeah, it's a statue of Airazor. I guess she hid it in there.
Yeah.
She uses some like device to like scan it, and the thing falls apart, and she finds the first half of the key. And this immediately like
sends a signal.
Yeah, I don't know. So it sends a signal in the sky,
which no one can see except for them.
Yeah, I liked that because like
the humans can't see it.
Yeah, if it was some shit, and it makes sense because like they probably got some technology, but. Mm-hmm. They go to the place. They fight in this really big. I really like it. It was like
the courtyard of the museum.
Yeah, the courtyard of the museum. It was outside at night. I thought that was really cool, and I like how they were. I don't know who did this, but one of the Decepticons or the bad guys, he like grabs a car and throws it at like the fight's pretty cool. Like they're shooting at each other. They're fucking shit up. And there's also like these little spider.
Oh yeah, from Scourge.
Scourge releases like these little spiders that come and chase the humans, and that happens a couple times in the movie. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty fun fight scene overall. But yeah, Bumblebee did.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess they just took his body, like they transported his body or something.
They got it picked up on the plane of that other dude. The other.
Oh,
the one flying Autobot.
Yeah, old guy.
Oh man. All right. So I'm gonna have to drop in a little bit, and I don't think I like this movie as much as you two liked it.
Okay.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news on this.
I mean, different opinions.
Yeah. I mean, I said really nothing to both of you because I wanted to say it all on the podcast.
Yeah.
And just discuss it. And this is the point where I started having issues with the movie.
Okay.
I really do not like the other character, the one that's the archaeologist, Dom.
Oh,
is that her name?
Oh, okay.
I think everything with her it's not even that. I know people are going to be, is it because she's a girl? No, it's not. The character's written badly. I just have to say it. Everything that she does is just for the sake of the convenience of the plot. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. She just somehow knows. I understand that they explain that she's like, oh, it's in Peru, like the other half of the key. I understand it's because she looked it up or researched and found that there was other symbols like online, but it's just like, bro, like it's so convenient. She knows. I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but she knows how to just read the alien language somehow.
She knows the password at the end.
Dude, she knows everything. Like, she's just the plot convenience, like, character. She advances the plot like 3 times, and she just knows what to do.
It's a MacGuffin.
It is.
It's a MacGuffin.
Other people might not care. Casual viewers might just be like, oh, whatever. But for me, I was really like, oh my God. Like, every time she did something again, I was like, oh my God, she knows how to do it again. Like, that was my first issue.
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything else I don't like? I also, Nick, I kind of disagree with you. We can get into this later.
Okay.
I think Noah's fine, but I don't really buy his relationship with his brother. It's my own opinion. You said you felt it, which I'm interested because it's complete opposite with me. I don't know about how you felt with the brother, but I was like, okay, I get it.
That was annoying.
It's more so an issue in the 3rd act for me.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes an issue for me. But as of now, that's my biggest issue so far with where we're at in the plot.
I can agree with you there. I'm not I'm not trying to ride the meat of this movie. Like the plot is definitely very simple, and
it is
near the very end when like literally the Omnicron dudes, like they get the key and it looks like everything's lost. They're kind of just like sitting around like shit. Like what do we do?
Yeah.
But then the girls like they were like, oh, like maybe we can shut it down with this password. And she's like, I know what it is. Like, I think one of the Maximals is literally like we need a password to shut it down. We don't know.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, I know the symbols. I was reading them. I wrote them.
What doesn't make sense is that the Maximals have been here for like thousands of years on Earth, and she's like, I don't know where the hell that shit at. But then this girl's like, oh, I know where it's at. Like literally, Air Razor's like, oh, I don't know where the other key is. What the hell? You telling me she doesn't know where they
literally moved the one that they placed in the tomb?
Like I mean, I understand like that they wanted to isolate themselves from each other, but I mean, I guess she's the only one that isolated because all the other ones are together. Whenever they get to Peru, all the other Maximals are there. It's just her. I don't get it. And then there's also a line. I'm kind of skipping ahead, but like there's a line at some point where Primal says to Air Razor like, oh, like the others, and she's like, they're gone. And I guess it's implied that there's more Maximals that we didn't see in the intro that escaped the planet. It would make sense there was more than just them.
Than just 6.
But like I guess I didn't see none of them. Even if I just saw like a lazy like small monkey or Maximum or something. If I saw other ones or
Robotic
maybe more
monkey.
birds or like something. And like I don't know, I just didn't see them, and I'm just forced to believe that somehow the ones we saw in the intro are the only ones left, and they've been here for thousands of years, but they don't know where the keys are at.
Yeah,
I was just like, damn, and how the hell did this one get to the? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into the plot too much. It's just a Transformers movie.
I mean, it's fair though. Just because it's a Transformers movie and it has a formula, like it doesn't excuse it to just have like some shitty writing. You know what I mean? Like
I just had to jump in and like drop all that on you because you guys were praising a little too hard.
Oh, you're right. You had to balance the review out. The hater side is that couch, bro.
Anyway, yeah. This is the hater side.
I mean,
we should have put John on the far left because he told me his rating. I won't say it, but it's the highest on the couch. I will say that.
Word.
We should have put you in the middle, Nick, for being. You seem like you're like the middle ground.
Yeah,
neutral person.
I feel like I always kind of am very generous with my rating, but with this one, I was like, it was still really good, and I can say it was good, but I'm gonna give it a fair rating, and I think that's what I did. But yeah, there are some plot holes, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like this movie is also kind of made for like the new generation of kids, so you kind of have to just make it an easy to understand, like digestible movie. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I like the first Transformers. Yeah, I think I like the first Transformers for sure better than this one. But this one I think is definitely it's a good I guess Bumblebee sequel, It's a good sequel to like what we got from Bumblebee, and I think
Bumblebee's way better.
Bumblebee is way better for sure.
Maybe
Dude, that has John
off.
Cena, bro. Instant 1 star, bro. Instant extra star.
Like if they started it off with Bumblebee like a long time ago, I would have been fine with it. Like how it just progresses over time.
I mean, let's talk about, I guess, how we could fix some of these plot holes. Because if you wanted to see more Maximals, easily I would have made maybe the first 5 minutes of because it's narration. They talk about like how the Maximals and stuff lived on a planet. I would just have shown a planet like a safari but it's like a bunch of species of like different Maximals running around in peace. And then all that other shit happens.
And then,
and you know that they lived somewhere and then it was gone.
Well, continuing the plot, because I think that does kind of fix it.
Yeah.
When they get to Peru, they send the Noah and what's the
Dom.
girl's name? Dom?
Yeah. It's like Dominique, but Dom. They just call her.
Okay.
Not Toretto.
That's what whenever I hear Dom, I think of
Family.
him,
Yeah, Dom Toretto was in this.
So we get there, and then they go Indiana Jones for a minute. They go in a tomb. The key's not there, and then they run into the Maximals.
Yeah.
While they're fighting the terror. Oh, one thing, actually, let me talk on this real quick, because we're about to get into like the second fight action sequence when they're there.
Yeah.
The first one and the second one, and then the next one is like the climax. But I think I see people talking about this online and talking about how Optimus Prime goes hard. Bro, I think this dude gets shit on like almost all the time in this movie. Like the only time he wins a fight is the last fight at the very end. And what I don't get is I think this is lazy writing also.
Okay.
They mention, because the Autobots get dicked on like hard.
Scourge, they take 2 losses.
Scourge shits on them in the first fight.
I was almost kind of rooting for them, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah.
But the way they explain it away is they say that the Terracons were like given extra power or something from the Unicron.
Right.
And so it makes sense. Like, oh damn, like how are they gonna like defeat him if he's on a whole other level? I mean, they just never explain it. Like they could have easily, whenever they get to the part where Unicron's been activated, they could have easily been like, oh, like, well, if we activate this or put in the code, it like reverts the power, so now he's just on the same level. Because they never explain that away. Like they just say he's on a whole other level. He shits on Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime even had in the second part, after they're running away like down the hill in Peru before the Maximals pull up, Optimus has some line where he's like, I'm gonna cut off his head or some shit like that. Then he immediately gets just fucking tackled, and like Optimus gets like, oh my god, he gets his shit ran through so many times in this movie.
Yeah,
I don't care. I really don't care. I just think doesn't make sense how he wins at the end. There's no real explanation other than he just finally locked in.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted him to get like an upgrade, like how he did in like Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, if there was an upgrade, it would make sense, because then he's like leveling the playing field. All that really happens is he just like, I guess, learns to trust the humans, but he beats Scourge 1-on-1 in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like maybe if there was some way in the plot they say that Scourge got depowered, I would buy it a little bit more. But he just finally wins, and it's like,
It's not as satisfying. I think the coolest fucking death that Prime ever like pulled off was either the one in Revenge of the Fallen where he kills the leader of the Fallen. Yeah, he fucking, I forget what he's, I think he did straight up rips his head off or something.
Yeah, he just like sticks his sword through him and just pulls it off.
And then I think in the 3rd or 4th Transformers, literally fucking Optimus like blasts a dude's like head off.
Oh yeah,
it's like the equivalent of shooting someone with a shotgun.
I've seen people meme it.
Yeah, he's like Optimus, please.
Because he's kind of like, oh, I've been vanquished. I'm sorry, and he just like shoots him, bro. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. I kind of wanted. I mean, that's a little dark, but that was Michael Bay. I don't know. This one definitely seems a lot more kid friendly, PG-13. But, I mean, yeah,
This is when after they get out of there, they meet the Maximals.
Yeah. So this is one of my gripes, and maybe why I rated it a little lower than I normally would.
Okay.
I wish the Maximals were in this so much more, dude. We see them in the beginning in the first 10 to 15 minutes. Then it's human stories, Autobots. They meet up, they get the piece, then they go to Peru, and then we finally meet the Maximals again. And they literally just come out. I think Noah and Dom are running with the key, and then they get stopped by them, and they're like, "We're on the same side."
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think Rhinox even has like dialogue.
No, he doesn't.
And Cheetor, like
he does,
says one or two things. And it's cool in the last act when we see the Maximals maximize. Like, that's fucking cool. They change into, like, their
what's interesting
their
is,
forms. I like that, but...
what's interesting is how, like, Optimus Primal had, like, a unique, like, relationship with, like, the humans in Peru, I guess. Like, they're, like, a clan or something.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He, like, protected the indigenous tribe there so they would protect theirs.
He even knew the language, too.
Yeah, so I guess... that's like juxtaposing like humans and Autobots can or whatever
Coexist,
Transformers
I guess,
can
somewhat.
coexist. But
Yeah, I do like how that they use that as a way to
that was pretty cool.
like change Optimus Prime's like viewpoint on the humans.
Yeah.
I like how that was used to like make him switch up a little bit. I just wish, like you said, I wish there was more Maximals. Like they're there, but I just feel like they're not in it that much. Maybe we'll see. I mean, because this is, I don't know if you guys knew this. This is supposed to be the first of a new trilogy.
Oh, really?
Like they already have apparently confirmed, at least for now. I don't know if this movie, I'm sure they'll make at least one more.
Yeah.
But they had planned to do Rise of the Beast like 1, 2, and 3. Like it was going to be a new trilogy. I'm guess they'll have the Maximals like as bigger parts to play in the next ones. I don't know how it's all going to go out based on how this movie ends and all that. I don't know, but that's what the current plan is. So yeah, I just wish they were in it more. Maybe we'll see more of them in another one. So yeah, what's next?
I hope we would see more too.
How did you guys feel about like the human actors, like their action, like their screen time, like later on in the big battle? Like,
So would you want to get to the climax?
I mean, yeah, we can talk about it.
talk
Like
about it.
The big battle?
this is where the plot feels a little convenient
Because we
because
can compare them to like the other times, like the other movies where the humans actually do get involved, like how they are with.
Yeah. Well, the humans to me have always been the least interesting part.
yeah,
If they made a movie like just on Cybertron, like there's no humans, I'd be hype as hell.
that's
Oh,
what
that-
I was
that would be
really
nice.
hoping this was gonna be. Like
Dude, that would be insane.
a Transformers movie, because it's always of course they're gonna add humans to the movie to try to like have us relate or draw us in. It's
Yeah.
always very much a Transformers and human like relationship happens in the movie. It'd be cool if it, like you said, it just happened on Cybertron, or was just completely just like CGI, just robots and stuff. Like I don't think that would be stupid at all.
I agree.
Like I don't know, and instead of maybe making Prime like distrustful of humans, maybe he like trusted a human, but they died on his watch, and he feels guilty, and so he doesn't want to like, I don't know, work
He
with
does feel
humans. Like
guilty, though.
you could rewrite it to make it fresh.
Mm-hmm. And this one, he feels guilty for letting Bumblebee die, but I mean, Bumblebee just comes right back to life at
Yeah.
the end.
Isn't it also like just how like some of his comrades like on their planet they like I'm assuming he's also feeling guilty of letting their kind down.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean they're kind?
I guess like the
No, I'm just kidding.
like the I guess you could say other Autobots like on Cybertron. I think he mentioned like how when they left they were supposed to get back somehow, and I guess something was going on, like a war or something.
Yeah, they
And he
couldn't
let them
return
do-
home. I think
yeah.
that was like their big plight.
One thing I will say this, talking on Optimus Prime.
Talking shit.
I'm about to talk some shit.
Okay.
I'm tired of Optimus Prime being like edgy and emo. Like he's supposed to be their like fearless leader who's like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like, they literally even have a line in this movie where when Primal meets him for the first time and he's like, "Oh my God, you're a Prime." He's like, "I've been named after you." And he's just like it's an honor to meet you, sir. Then like later on, he's just like, he's not what I thought he was gonna be.
Yeah,
that
was
He's literally like, yeah, bro, like what the hell is wrong
Yeah.
with
that was
this
like
guy?
a big disrespect.
Like, I mean, it's not even like, but he's right. Like,
No,
what
he
the hell is
is.
wrong with Prime? Why is Optimus Prime written in this way?
Because apparently the Primes are,
Yeah.
they have a high, they're expected to like be all that,
Yeah, I mean, he gets better by the end of the movie. I get that how they wanted to write the plot, but like, I just feel like there's been multiple movies where Optimus Prime is like edgy and like kind of emo, and this one I was like, no way they're doing this again. Like, ain't no way. And
Yeah.
it's a little, I don't know. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I don't know who says this. I think it's maybe Airraiser. She's like Optimus in a way is like a big brother just looking out for the pact.
Mhm.
And Noah, of course, is like an older brother, looking out for his brother who's sick. Bro, how do you feel about all the pop culture references? Because his brother,
Oh, yeah.
he calls him on like a walkie, and he calls him Sonic.
I didn't even realize what he was calling him, and then eventually
Sonic.
I found it, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Hey, Sonic.
I mean, I'm fine with it. Whatever.
Do you hate Okay, so what do you feel about the little brother? If we're talking
Okay,
about
if we're gonna get into this, yeah. The kid's okay. I'm not hating on him. I don't think his acting is that amazing.
Mhm.
But he's a kid, so like, what do you expect?
Yeah, bro, he's
Um,
like Will or Jaden Smith's age when he was in that
Yeah.
Pursuit of
So
Happiness. He's young.
yeah, he's young. But I will say that one of the parts I think this is the part that you said worked for you, Nick.
Yeah.
And I had the opposite effect for me. And I just want to let's talk about it. So the final act, the Terracons have both of the keys now.
Yeah.
And they're beginning to contact the Unicron who's on his way. And they're like, all right, we got to pull up and, stop it from happening. So their plan is they wanted to not destroy the keys so that, the Autobots can get back to Cybertron. But at a certain point, that just gets, I don't know. There's a part where I think Optimus literally just like hits it with the sword and it breaks it and it severs it.
Yeah.
But anyway, the part you're talking about. So there's a part where Mirage jumps over Noah and he's like shielding him from getting killed.
Yeah.
And Mirage is taking back shots. And
bro, literally.
No, he is.
He's like,
He's getting shot in the back. He's getting shot in the back. He's taking some back shots.
Okay, yeah.
And but this is the part. So Mirage dies. This is another issue. We'll get into that later. I have an issue with this part. So Mirage dies, and then he had the radio that Noah was using to talk to his little brother. And his brother is like, hello? And they're talking real quick. And this is the part where Noah's little brother gives like a speech about how, like, he's like, oh, you're my big brother, you got this. Like, it's a hype. It's supposed to be an emotional part. For me, it didn't work because I felt like maybe it would have, but I felt like it was undercut right afterwards because Mirage just is somehow back alive.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, he's like, it's your turn now, brother. And then he gives him like the Iron Man suit.
Oh,
yeah.
The introduction to that, though, I knew it was something like that was going to happen because of the gauntlet, like when he gave him the gauntlet or whatever.
Mm-hmm. They gave him, yeah.
I thought that was cool. Like,
I liked that.
Never seen that
That's
before.
the first time they did that. And I was like, dude, I know where this is going to go later.
Then they suited him. It's literally like that that Rick and Morty episode when they go purging and they
God,
have like those suits on that can do anything.
Yeah.
One thing I'm disappointed about, like that suit, is like how you and I were talking about that once, like the mask, like
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be like an actual visor, like how
I
Iron
thought
Man
it was,
does.
I don't know how they would have made it. Like it would
Maybe
would
like
it have been like
maybe like Optimus Prime's how it covers like part of it.
something
yeah, it'd be
like
cool
that.
if it was just like a red visor and then like a mouth covering.
That'd be kind of cool.
But it looked a little weird when he first stood up.
I guess it must have been his window or something.
Yeah, I don't know. The CGI looked a little weird when it was just his face, but like I was like whatever. Like I don't know.
My main problem is I think like the emotional weight of that being the climax thing. I felt like the kid, it was okay. It wasn't bad. I just thought it was okay, and I was like okay. And then I was like, wait, Mirage is back alive. And then when for me, I was like, what the hell? When Noah got the suit, because I didn't like it. I was like, what? And then he's just able to just shit on Scourge.
He's
for
like,
a minute. Like Scourge just shit on Optimus the whole movie.
He killed Bumblebee.
Yeah.
He killed Bumblebee, and then this guy, he automatically just knows how to use like this suit he's got. He's just like, he's perfect. This man became like veteran Iron Man in a millisecond, and then he's just like, Scourge, pull up, bruh. And then he's like dodging it.
Hey,
he's
bro.
like,
Well, he was in the army. You gotta remember that, bro.
They don't treat.
Well,
You hating on army, bro.
I'm not hating on the army. I'm hating on Noah. I'm hating on the writers. I don't know why. He's just perfect. And then I don't think there's even there's something even dumber than this later on that I'll get to. But there's something worse than this.
oh yeah, I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to that. But with the suit, I just didn't like. I would have accepted it more if he does decent and then Scourge just starts shitting on him, and then Optimus comes in and saves, which kind of happens. Optimus comes in and starts fighting Scourge himself, but Noah like didn't take any shots. Like Noah dodged everything perfectly. He like didn't really get shit on at all by Scourge. Like he was just like locked in.
I mean, he was being like I guess surrounded by those other Terracons, I guess, that were falling from the sky.
But I mean,
but like you didn't get like
Scourge did nothing.
Very, very convenient. I see what you mean.
And it is, and another thing is Optimus again. Before that even happens, I think, or maybe I don't know. I don't remember what order it's in, but it might have been right before this. But there's a part where all like the little mini like Terracon things, they just jump on Optimus Prime, and there's literally a shot of him where he's just getting swarmed, and then he's just done. And then Bumblebee pulls up. Which I actually kind of like that.
Scene.
I actually kind of like that part. I think it's kind of cool.
It's like the song to go with it as well.
Oh yeah. What is it? It's like, don't call it a comeback.
Yeah.
I've been
it was little on the nose. with the song. But I did kind of think it was cool a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Seems like that. You embarrassed? You liked it?
I'm embarrassed. I liked it. Yeah. So I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
But then immediately afterwards, I just damn. Anyway, I'll let someone else talk on the climax.
I think I can see what you're saying about I guess that emotional beat. One thing that I kind of wished, and I know you hate his brother, but maybe if they took out Dom, because like she was literally just solving all the problems.
She was just there to like be for plot convenience.
If maybe they rewrote it to like his brother was somehow there when he jacked the car, and he finds out that the Mirage is the Transformer. Like I don't know, he just brings his brother along in the whole journey. It gives him stakes. He has to protect his brother
because he's sick.
Yeah, and
I would buy it more if like one of them was about to die.
Yeah, on the battlefield. Like I don't know, it felt just so weird. Like as Mirage was like getting shot and shit, he's like, "Let me check in on my bro."
He's taking some back
Hello?
shots.
Like
it makes even less sense because I'm like, oh damn, we saw Bumblebee die already, and then Mirage died, but then Mirage is like, ah, nah, he's like, you got to take the keys.
Yeah,
and like. I'm just like, well, how's he alive? And then it gives me even more questions at the end of the movie when he's just
like,
alive again.
He's rebuilding him.
Yeah, like he rebuilt him, and I'm like, and it just makes me question, well, what the fuck? How do they die and not die? Because they're like, damn, Bumblebee's dead, but we need this special charge shit from Cybertron and all that.
The Energon.
Yeah, we need that crazy shit. But Mirage is just good after he gets rebuilt. It just makes me question, like, how are they dead or alive, and what causes life for them?
Yeah. I agree with you. I think when you kill a character and revive him, it takes away the stakes. And then when you do it when you double down on it, it really fucks it up because you're like, okay, well, I don't care if anyone dies because 2 dead Transformers have come back. I'm sure they'll be good. If they would have left Mirage dead and then maybe he just inherits Bumblebee, that would have been cool.
Okay, I can mess with that.
If they rewrote that, because it would have made Mirage's sacrifice cool. You know, like first Prime doesn't trust humans, and then we literally see a Transformer die for a human. Maybe that would have been a better beat. But
I agree.
But yeah, I can see your criticisms there. I
There's
understand.
a big one coming up at the end.
Oh, dude, we're not even done.
Yeah.
Bro. What's are you talking about the very end?
Not the very end.
I don't actually want to talk about.
I do want to talk about that because that's brazy, bro. Like,
okay, well, the one I was talking about was when. Okay, so this culminates into somehow Dom knows how to do the alien language shit, and she just knows how to operate the shit. So
and they fit through like a human-sized event that leads right to the control panel.
Perfectly
very
there.
Convenient.
Yeah. And so she's doing that, and she's about to send a code, I guess, that cuts off the connection to Unicron.
She even knows how to work the damn panel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she just knows how to do it.
Dude, if I sat down in front of a fucking
I would be
an alien laptop for the first time, I'd have to spend maybe a good hour just.
I'd have no idea what does what.
I wouldn't even know how to turn it on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And anyway, so she's doing that perfectly, but then I guess they break the panel, so she can't do that, and then Optimus just breaks the key.
Yeah.
So he's like, I gotta destroy the key.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So he destroys the key. Fuck it.
Bro, if he said fuck it, if he said that, bro,
I think everybody would start like dying in there.
So he fucks the key up, and then
get saved there,
and then I guess there's like, since Unicron got severed, so he's out, there's like a black hole or some type of hole in the space, like a little teleport thing, a little hole there,
kind of like the Avengers,
like a wormhole. Yeah. And this is the part where I was like, what the hell?
What the
yeah, bro. So Optimus is getting sucked up into space because that gravitational pull out, that vacuum is crazy. And this motherfucking Noah, bro,
trying to pull him.
He catches him. How the hell? I know there's one shot where his like foot grabs into the ground, but like Noah weighs like max like 200 to 300 pounds with the extra Mirage armor on him. Max, if 300. I don't even know. Noah himself probably weighs like 180. So with that extra armor, maybe he's 200 if he's lucky.
Yeah.
And you're telling me Optimus, who weighs couple tons, is getting sucked up by this thing, but Noah's just vibing. Noah's just holding him back. Dude, there ain't no way Noah's getting fucked like fucking that strong, bro.
Boy, no way, boy.
Noah is doing that, and then I would have bought it more if Noah just wasn't in that scene and it was just Primal that saves Optimus Prime, because they do that anyway. Noah lets go and then Primal grabs him, and then they all get out of there together.
They get away together.
Why the hell dude? I just don't. And then there's one shot where Noah's not even helping. They're like he already like let go. Then Primal grabbed him, and then Noah's just like standing there watching them, and he's just watching Primal pull Prime down, and Noah's just like standing there, not getting Noah's not affected at all by this this wormhole. I guess this human, this tiny dude, is fine. He's chilling.
There's like some Iron Man shit there for sure. Like
I mean, like
they're throwing a lot of that.
That was
in.
kind of
Like,
crazy when I saw it. I was like, how is like physically in the law of physics that does not make sense.
Damn.
But it's a Transformers movie, bro. Like I don't know, man. I feel like maybe at that point in the movie it would have been cool if Matt fucking goddamn it, Optimus Primal died. And then Prime and Noah got out of there somehow. Like maybe he was just like, save yourself. Like I don't know. It would have been maybe a cool moment.
Just have the Rhino do it, bro. He didn't even talk anyway.
Yeah,
Sacrifice the Rhino.
I feel like they were wasted for sure.
Hang on, John. You were giving this movie some high praise. I need to hear you defend this.
Hey.
What do you got to say for yourself?
Oh my gosh. Hey, yos. I mean, opinions change over time, right? I mean, you think you get. That's why we're reviewing it. We're going over like things that we're comparing basically notes here. So I mean, things can change a little bit. So what do you think on like the criticisms? Are you chilling or what, you disagree? Do you agree? I mean, we can all have different opinions. I'm giving you the floor right now. I mean, yeah, like I will agree with you on the part where it's like they were giving the human actors, the easy ride basically. Like they're just getting wins left and right, and then while the Autobots are getting shit on like crazy. I mean, yeah, I agree. I'm agreeing with you on certain things. Like there are things in this movie that actually didn't make sense when you get down right to it. Yeah, I just like how the CGI was. I like how the actors were, the effects. Again, I like the action. For like the big fight. That's all my those are things that I liked throughout the movie. Okay. Like the music, like the setting. Honestly, that's just my take on it. One thing that did kind of there were a lot of surprising moments, especially the very end, which I like to actually talk about. Do you want to talk about it? You think it's time for that? I think so. I think we've reached the end pretty much. We have reached. So one of the things that I wanted to go over that really shocked everyone, because you can just tell in the theater that everybody was just whoa, you felt it. Was when the post credit comes on, it's Noah basically getting that interview at that job, and you think, okay, it's all it's just gonna go back to normal now. He's got Mirage basically and all that. Yeah. He's probably gonna get a job to work hard for his brother's healthcare stuff, and these are just seeming normal. And then when he just decides to go, or whenever he talks to the I guess the general manager of that company, things are just normal. They're talking, and then finally out of nowhere, he just the manager starts talking about all the events that happened. It's how does he know all of this? It wasn't televised like how the other movies were, throughout the other previous movies, the first few, it's all on the news. But this has nothing, there was nothing on the news at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a G.I. Joe, end credit scene. I'm just trying to help you out. But pretty much the dude...
I'm going for as best I can.
I mean, well, I just want to get to it. Pretty much they just teased a G.I. Joe, the potential of maybe a crossover. The dude's we're a secret organization off the books. He's if you're trying to join, pull up, bro. And it doesn't really show much. I thought we were going to see a character, but I don't know what they're going to do with this. They just showed the hangar of I don't know, bro. I mean, G.I. Joe and Transformers, what?
They're two different things. You look at all the other G.I. Joe franchise, the cartoons, the I guess the later on the movies they made, the live action movies they made. It's there's no Transformers in it at all.
I've never seen one.
It's just soldiers, pretty much.
Yeah,
it's
pretty much.
They're not some like superhuman type shit,
No,
right?
they're
No.
just soldiers. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen Snake Eyes that came out like a year or two ago. I don't know
Yeah.
if they've changed anything.
I think that had like Henry.
little bit.
Henry something. He was from Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah. But man, if we're talking on this, I feel like I don't know much about like G.I. Joe or the franchise. I haven't seen any of the movies, so I don't know where they're going with this. But I will say, I don't really like the way they handle it.
I think it has something to do with like Hasbro toys or something. And
That's
maybe
probably why.
That's all like we can really think of it. They're trying to just combine the two that way. You know, I was like, damn, like, you know, it looks like a normal like like building to work at, like, and then next thing you know, that a secret door just opens up and you see like an entire like factory behind it of like advanced technology.
Yeah. The issue I have with this scene.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't like that they showed a factory because it just looks like a random hangar with
Kind
like
of boring.
that. Yeah, I think it was. They didn't because I was like, oh shit, who's
It's
gonna
90s.
I mean,
who's
not
gonna
much.
come out?
It's a teaser.
I was like, who's gonna come out? Like, what's the big reveal? There isn't one. The big reveal is when he flips the card over and it says G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would have worked better if they just didn't show the hangar because the hangar doesn't have anything cool in it. It looks empty.
Well, you have like one thing in the very corner over there, like,
But like, what, it's a tank or
yeah.
what? Like, I mean,
No,
it's
yeah, they never tell us what it is. Or
it's nothing crazy.
Yeah,
It just looks like a military hangar. Like nothing. It brings nothing to it, in my opinion. If anything, I think it would have been more intriguing for the guy to just leave the room normally, not have some random fucking hanger behind the bookshelf or something. If he just left the room and then he's like, we'll be in touch or something, or I hope we be in touch.
Yeah.
And then he looks at the card, then he flips it over. Just that I think is good enough because it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go.
he's
Oh,
talking
shit.
about the benefits for like his brother, like they'll take care of every like need, like everything he needs and
Yeah.
everything. But they just went overboard with the factory and all that.
I just feel like the factory didn't bring much to it. Like if they would have put, I don't know, even if they just, I don't know if Snake Eyes is a bad guy or what. So I don't know if he would have been in the factory. I don't know if there's like something synonymous with the G.I. Joe franchise that people would see and be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But it just looked like a factory. So like,
I don't know. Maybe like if he threw like a folder on the table and it was just titled like Operation GI
Classified.
or like
if there were,
something.
I mean, I know The Rock isn't one of them. Maybe if The Rock was just like,
Yeah.
okay, what's up? Like,
Which
How's it
honestly,
going, brother?
I was thinking like, are they gonna bring him into like that crossover? if
I
they
thought
end up
something
doing
like
it?
that might
I
happen.
don't think so, man. I don't want to say
I
he's
don't know,
washed
bro.
up, but he's
Damn.
I'm not saying that, dude.
It's on him.
Don't hurt me, Rob.
Black Adam?
But he's 50.
So is
The
Keanu
fact
You saying
is,
he's washed?
no, just casting him. I mean, I don't know, dude.
Watch The Rock come up over here. And just,
Fucking kicks the door down. I don't.
you're
I
on your
don't.
own. You're on your own at that point.
I don't know if he would be interested in doing it.
I mean, he did it like before. I
I
don't know.
He came back for Fast X apparently,
Yeah, I heard
which is
he's in a
fucking
post credit
hilarious,
scene or something.
yeah,
I
like
guess
how
they
it-
squashed the beef.
yeah. I guess we good, man. Black Adam ain't work.
that's basically what happened.
What is that?
If Black Adam would have made $1 billion and it would have like been like the new thing, he 100% wouldn't be in Fast X.
Yeah,
100%.
they
So
always
he's a-
they
yeah.
always run to the money.
Yeah, you're right.
Jeez. I thought the GI Joe thing was fine. It maybe could have
It's-
been
yeah,
a
it's
little better,
whatever.
but I thought with what it was, like it was a cool setup. You know, the guy
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, we can
I'm-
take care of your brother. Like we
Mhm.
got the influence and power."
Yeah.
And
the
I mean,
best
I don't know.
doctors around the world.
It'd be interesting if they did maybe just a GI Joe standalone and then another Transformers movie
Mhm.
to set up both of the universes
Kind of
and
like
then
how
have
the
them
Marvel
collide.
universe did.
Yeah, because you don't want like a Batman versus Superman where you get Man of Steel and then you get Batman in this like this face-off movie.
Optimus versus G.I. Joe.
Yeah, hey, who winning, bro? Bro, probably GI Joe. Optimus always getting shit
I mean,
on.
what are they bringing to the table? They didn't really show us much.
Bro,
at
they
that
could have like a
point.
mecha suit or some shit. I don't
Oh
know.
god, they're probably gonna do that.
Another
oh my
Noah?
god, you're right. They're
Like-
gonna do some shit.
No,
like
but like
that.
I'm thinking more Alien, where it's like built out, and you're
They-
like
they
you're a
found-
person.
they found like Scourge's body or
Like-
some shit. Like they built a mecha out of it.
Somehow Scourge is returned.
I do wonder though, like, are they gonna bring Unicron into this? Because I was actually looking at stuff about him, and now he's not just like some huge planet, like living planet. He's actually, I mean, he can actually turn into an actual life-size robot, but like he's gonna be like really big. He's like planet-size, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I mean, if he turned into a robot in space, what's he gonna do? He's just floating around.
I know.
Just like
He just kicks the
kicks
earth.
the earth like a ball.
I mean, it'd be done at that point. It'd be over. Nick, I sent you a review.
Dude, I just looked at it, bro.
Did you read it all?
I didn't read it all because I opened it mid.
I sent it. That's Mike's review. You know Mike?
Oh, that's Mike's?
So
I thought that was yours.
No. Read Mike's review on the cast, and we can like react to it like as we go through. I want to hear John's reactions more so because
Okay.
I know John liked the movie the most.
It's a mouthful, but I'll get
It is a mouthful.
Hey, yo, Mike.
All right, shout out Salty Potatoes. This is on Letterboxd. He gave it a 2.5. He actually watched it the day after it came out, so that's
That's
pretty fresh.
Fucking
All right.
nerd.
I'll try to paraphrase. He said, "I was so excited going into this movie. All the trailers looked good and fan reviews seemed promising. Figured I was gonna go like it regardless when leaving the theater. Well, let me tell you something. This movie is the epitome of mid. My goodness gracious, this movie just killed Transformers for me. I think
Central.
there's no real highlights to point out. Maybe other visuals and some aspects of the Maximals. The way they handle the humans in this movie is just lazy and has no effort behind it. Elena can somehow decipher alien code within minutes and figure out where the other half of the Autobots and Terracons have been looking for who knows how long. She literally reads a newspaper or a book and just happens to know where the shit is. Oh, by the way, at the end of the movie, she can hack the alien tech and even operate alien tech to perfection. Noah's character also sucks. The acting between him and his brother seems kind of off.
Didn't like though.
Just doesn't really work. End of the movie, Noah's brother talks to him through Mirage's dead body somehow and gives him a hype speech to save the world and basically revives Mirage. And then Mirage basically comes back to life somehow and gives Noah his own Transformer suit and he can use it to perfection.
Damn,
there's
story.
still more. So then Noah's able to hold Optimus Prime on his own while Optimus is being vacuumed into space, and it even starts pulling him out of what is pulling Optimus towards space, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes into the physics of it a little bit about space.
He did the calculation.
Well, he was like 200 pounds, maybe he doesn't get immediately pulled into space. Like, brother,
shit.
what? 4 question marks.
Oh my
I'm gonna scroll a bit down. I don't mean to paraphrase Salty Potatoes. This is kind of funny. Okay, here let's wrap it up. There's also no mention of whether Mirage is dead or alive after giving the suit to Noah at the end of the battle, and so no one would know if he made it out unless you see the post-credit scene. I also hate how in all the Transformers movies, all the humans are in the mix of every battle between the Transformers and are just mere inches away from being blown up. It just gets old after so many movies, blah, blah, blah. They also kill Bumblebee halfway through the movie, and then he somehow gets revived. I know they explain how he could get revived, but what they show makes no sense. And then he comes back to fight at the end, and it does seem cool against the little minion robots, I guess. The only thing I liked about this movie was Mirage sometimes, and I thought Scourge was cool. We just need a movie that focuses on the war with Cybertron, and I know that will go hard, and every time just the Transformers are on screen, they're always the best moments. Very disappointing. And then he did the salute emoji.
And he gave it 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, so
Dang.
literally
That's like a 5
a
out of 10.
mid score.
It's a middle of the road score.
I kind of wish I read that before I
Is
did
that
this
a
whole
5?
thing. That was very eye opening.
Damn. So John, what you got to say?
You said he gave like a 2 out of 5, pretty much.
What you gotta
2.5
say?
out of 5. So
I
it's
think
like
I
a
gave
5 out of
this.
10.
Let's get into ratings. I gave this a 3.5. I thought it was all right. Thought it was still good.
Let's go our
Still good
ratings.
fun. Still very enjoyable.
John, what did you give this movie?
Give this a
Going into it, I mean, like I said, they changed, but my honest opinion, with all that we talked about,
Let's keep it real.
keep it real. Yeah, I would give it a 5.
Damn.
okay.
So you dropping this thing?
I mean, yeah, we were going over it, and I just realized, yeah, you're right about the whole, giving these human characters freebies basically to kind of just.
So you're rating it lower than Nick?
Wait,
No.
5 out of 5 stars or 10? Let's go 10.
Okay.
Are we going out of 10?
Or
I'll rate it a
stars.
5 out of 10. I am a 5 out of 10 on this.
Oh, so you
So
dropping
we-
it as well?
Yeah, well, on Letterboxd I did 3.5, but if we're gonna like do the math or whatever, like 6 or 5, I'll give it a 5 or 6.
Calculations, basically. Like
Okay.
we'll do the calculations.
Yeah, I'm
like
sorry, I'm
Mike-
fucking
like Mike
slow
did.
after talking about all this stupid shit. But I'd give it a 5 out of 10, like a 5.5.
I feel you on the slow part. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I gave this a 2.5 out of 5 on my rating. I was gonna give it a 3. When I came out the theater, I was like, you know what? Like, it was good, like Transformers fun.
Then you read Mike's review.
No, I actually didn't. I thought on I was talking about it with Carla on the way home, and then that's when we both were like, how the fuck did Noah hold Optimus Prime? And we just went into it and we were like, damn, like I was like, there are some parts that are kind of dumb and convenient. So then I was like, you know what? I gotta drop it at least a half star. Like this is pretty because of that. But I mean, damn. I mean, I don't think it's dog shit. Like,
yeah, it's not like I'm not like this is disrespectful. Like it treats the characters with respect. I think maybe the story could be maybe better written or just
it could have been better
revised. It definitely seems like,
especially with the crossover, maybe they could have done something a little more like what Josh was saying. They just left it at like maybe just the card.
Yeah,
I feel like that would have been more teasing than showing us a factory of nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, and this is. Well, let's see if this even leads to anything. If they even do a crossover, I mean,
it would be dumb to just have the scene with no payoff.
They better pay it off because we've seen multiple post-credit scenes that have no payoff.
Yeah, Morbius.
So anyway, yeah, I'm giving it another. It's mid. It's like a 5 out of 10, 2.5 out of 5. I
mean, I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Maybe I wanted more from a Transformers movie. Maybe just no humans. Like just
if we did that, that'd be
Transformers.
Next movie should be about
War of Cybertron. Yeah, like just keep it all on Cybertron. Literally take the Transformers animated movie and just have it just be live action, or
now,
maybe even do an animated Transformers. Like really cool how Spider-Verse and stuff.
I think they are going to do something
that would
like
be
that
really
on
cool.
Netflix. I think Chris Hemsworth is voicing Optimus.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
My question is like, so if they did do a War of Cybertron type movie, basically, like, would you want it to be kind of like a current time, like maybe like 2000, like in our time, or would you want them to kind of?
I don't think it would matter because
not really.
If it's not with the humans, our time doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, think about like
whenever the war happened,
with the upgrades that they've gotten over like in the previous movies, though, like how
I haven't seen all the movies. I mean, just said it before, like they came to Earth.
Yeah.
So it's a prequel.
So
to
they don't
all
even
of
know
these.
about humans. Yeah.
This is just like, however, it ends with them going to Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally, just make it a prequel to Bumblebee.
Yeah, pretty
much.
much.
Make it like maybe about power struggles on Cybertron.
I think that would go hard.
How they would, I agree. Just get the whole human element out of it. It's very overdone and cheesy.
And we can end it like with one that takes place like in 27 or something.
Yeah.
Where they finally figure out how to get back to Cybertron from Earth.
Yeah.
And then they wrap it up then.
I don't know.
Something like that. I don't know. It's very bare bones, but like something like
this
that.
This feels very like, I don't want to say controversial to say, but so many movies now are like, they're going to build a bomb and it'll destroy the Earth. They're like, Transformers will come and destroy the Earth. Like, I'm going to be honest, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, we deserve what's coming for us, bro. And I prefer more personal stakes than like everyone's life is at stake.
I think that's why I liked Bumblebee so much.
Yeah, because like, I don't know. It's like
it was more focused.
It's like The Incredibles. At the very end of the movie, you think that they defeated dude, what is his name?
Syndrome?
Help me out. Yeah, Syndrome.
That's
bro.
his name, bro.
Syndrome. You think that they beat Syndrome, and then the movie ends with Jack getting taken by Syndrome, and it's more personal because like the world's been saved, but the Incredibles are dealing with like they might lose a family member, and I feel that because I'd relate to that. I can relate to that rather than
a good point.
Having to care about everyone else's life. I don't know.
That's a good point, Nick.
I don't know. That sounds very pessimistic. I'm sorry. But just from a storytelling perspective, stakes are better when they're more personal.
I agree. Completely.
But yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's rating.
We went hard on this, dude. We kind of like ripped it apart.
We did.
You ripped it apart.
Should go.
I had to.
Why did you make me read Mike's review?
Bro, because he explained it in a way that I thought was funny.
Yeah.
And like pretty much summed up. Because
he communicated his points.
My review is pretty much the same thing but smaller. Yeah. And then I read his because I was like, I'm not going to read it until after I've seen it. And then I read it and I was like, holy shit. And I was like, that's like basically what I said. But like this dude like broke that thing down. Like, what the hell?
Salty potatoes, salty, but
salty potatoes.
Anyway, yeah, that's the review. John said this is a 9 out of 10.
Oh, no. We're going back to we're going with 5. I'm sticking with that.
John dropped the
5 out of 10.
I remember when we had a movie night the other night. I asked him how it was, and he's like, he was talking about it like it was solid. I thought he was gonna say 7.
The next Godfather.
He was like, I mean, it was all right. It's pretty cool. And then it was like 9 out of 10. And I was like, in my head, I was like, damn.
I mean, that was before the review.
I mean, that's fine. Like if you like this movie, no shame.
No, for real.
There's movies I like it, but I mean, this is before the review and all that. So
yeah, when we really sit down and think about it, I think when we just reviewed Beau Was Afraid.
Oh yeah.
Before you got here, our reviews changed, but very slightly.
Mm-hmm. This one it dropped a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, I don't know. If we would have reviewed this the night of, I feel very like
you probably would have been more hyped.
I feel very like hyped after a movie to just be like, man, this was cool, because like it's like getting out of a fucking roller coaster. You're very coming off of that high, but when you sit for a bit and really think like, man, what did I see?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel you.
You get a different
You
perspective.
definitely remember all of it. It's just like you don't, but you don't really stay on it. You don't really think really hard about it. You just.
Yeah. I mean, what does even go into the movies, man? You're watching just so much stuff unfold on screen. God. But
yeah,
I think this is, regardless of my rating, it's pretty low. I think it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's better than maybe even some of the Michael Bay movies.
I think it's better than the later
way
ones.
less patriotic and military focused. Like I swear, no explosions, no sexualizing of Megan Fox in this. It's very, very refreshing. I'll say that maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's why it's good, is because Michael Bay for sure had his own 2000 style in this.
Isn't there a Michael Bay one where one of the small Decepticon humped someone's leg?
Yeah. It's like a dog or some shit.
Like, what the hell's going on, bro?
The second one, maybe, or
I don't know.
The earlier
it's
one.
humping.
We gotta
Megan Fox's
rewatch
leg.
and review every one of the Transformers.
Oh, that was like the
ones,
second
bro.
one.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Where he knows.
Anyway,
Does
yeah,
he know?
that was the second one.
Does he know?
Frame 567.
Well, I mean, think about it, because that's like the last movie she was in, and then they replaced, like they just changed the whole cast.
That's when the series went down.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our review. Thank you, John, for hopping on, our Transformers expert.
Go see Rise of the Beast. It's a pretty good movie. Form your own opinion.
Yeah, go form your own opinion. Yeah.
It's a pretty fun watch.
If you saw this movie, let us know what you thought down in the comments below.
Yes, sir.
Make sure to check us out on Twitter, Instagram. Our letterboxes are down below. Look at the description. There's a lot of links down there.
Yes, sir.
Leave a comment, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, or follow if you're on listening. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Goodbye.